Before I start the video, I would like to give a massive shout out to my Patreons who have been supporting my channel. If you would like to check out my Patreon and receive early access to some very exciting videos coming soon, then please click the link in the description below. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and today on Christmas Day I'm going to be talking about the plot of the Christmas special which has just aired, The Church on Ruby Road, because there was a lot that was going on. It was a slight reboot to Doctor Who, well, a soft reboot, a reintroduction of sorts into the world of the Doctor, and this is set place after the events of the Giggle. You know, there's a big time jump. And this Doctor has been operating for a while now. You know, he's got a new outfit. He's got a couple of new outfits, actually. But let's talk about this Doctor, because there's a little bit of mystery about this episode. Because, well, we get introduced to the character of Ruby Sunday, who was introduced by the amazing actress Millie Gibson, who is playing the role of Ruby. And in this episode, we get to grips with Ruby's personal life, her foster family, and the fact that she's clumsy, but it turns out she's not clumsy. She's getting trolled by goblins, which is actually insane to think about, the fact that she's constantly getting trolled by goblins. But anyway, so throughout the episode, we get to learn about her personal life, the fact that she's in a band, and that, you know, we get to see her on nights out and stuff where she bumps into the Doctor constantly. But before all this takes place, we see that the Doctor materialises at a church on Ruby Road. Haha, cue the title reference there. But we see a mysterious person in a cloak leave a baby at a church, and the Doctor witnesses this, and he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know the significance. And then skip forward to so many years later, we get the proper introduction into Ruby's life. As I said, she's in a band, and you know, she's deemed clumsy, but she is also trying to track down her birth mother as well. And we get a little meta reference here with Long Lost Families, where Davina McCall appears, and you know, she's trying to help Ruby trying to find her biological mother, which unfortunately is unsuccessful, because we later learn that there's no traces of her parents or anything. They're not on any database, which is very weird, and I do think that will be the story arc for the new season, Season 1, which is going to be very interesting to see how that happens. But anyway, whilst all this is going on, we learn that Ruby's foster mom, Carla, has just adopted a new baby called Lulabelle. And, you know, that's all sweet and stuff. You know, Carla goes out to the shops, and Ruby decides, yeah, she wants to look after the new baby. And the baby is snatched by the goblins, and Ruby tries to, you know, save Lulabelle by herself, but unfortunately she gets carried across the sky in a ladder that leads to the goblin ship. But, you know, she's struggling to hold on, and then the stranger runs across the rooftops, and we are introduced to the Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa, which is very exciting. And to be honest, the way that Ncuti's incarnation is portrayed in this episode, it does remind me a lot, and I repeat, a lot, of Rose. And I'm not on about the character, but in terms of the first episode of the revival, because I know we're in a new era of the show now. We're not in modern Who. I think we're in the Whoniverse era, or whatever it's called, which is very exciting. But the way he's very mysterious, yes, we saw this character being born essentially through bi-generation in the last episode in the Giggle, but we haven't seen a lot of what this incarnation has been through, and he's very happy, he's very outgoing, he's very charismatic. But the fact that he, you know, just got straight into the action, and he dived straight onto the goblin ship, you know, no questions asked, and he was willing to help Ruby straight away, which I thought was, yeah, very doctory. And whilst they're on the goblin ship, you know, after escaping captivity and learning the ropes of the situation, again, if you've seen the episode, obviously I assume you have. If you watch this episode, you'll know that pun. But the Goblin song, yes, we have heard this prior to release, but I've got to say, seeing it in the episode, it works so well, especially with the music number from Ncuti and Millie as well. Seeing the Doctor and Ruby sing, I thought it worked very well. Yeah, it was cheesy, but that's the whole thing, because, you know, the song itself Now, the actual Goblin song is very cheesy and corny, but I feel like the added verses from the Doctor and Ruby, yeah, they're just them just improvising to save the day, and I like that. I did like that. You know, it weren't meant to be taken too seriously, and I like that. I do really like that, and it was a welcome addition to the episode, and yeah, I really enjoyed that sequence. But anyway, the Doctor thinking that he's saved the day, and then all of a sudden the Goblins go back in time, and they take Ruby when she was a baby instead of Lulabelle, which obviously means that Ruby in the present day is wiped away from time. So the Doctor goes back to seeing Ruby as a baby and saves her by pulling the ship down, the Goblin ship, with the anti-grav guns. Anti-grav gloves. I completely messed that up there, but yeah, he does that, and Ruby is back where she belongs. But he also does notice that the mother is still there, walking away whilst all this is going on. But he hesitates to go over to her. So I do think we are going to be in for a another story arc, or perhaps with the mother as well. But there is one thing I want to touch upon, because later on, after the Doctor returns to the present day, saves Davina McCall and all that cool stuff, Ruby steps on board the TARDIS, and she obviously is properly introduced to the Doctor and the TARDIS, setting events for season 1. But as the TARDIS dematerializes, Mrs. Flood, Ruby's neighbour, in the mid-credit scene, says to her neighbour, "Have you never seen a TARDIS before?" Which makes me think, who is Mrs. Flood? Because she's a very interesting character. She's very chirpy, very happy, always saying hello to the Doctor, a very mysterious elderly woman. And it does make me think, who is she? And I feel like that is going to be the mystery moving forward into season 1, because obviously we will be returning to present day as well. So we will be seeing, Ruby's foster mom as well. But who is this woman? She knows of the TARDIS. Could she be the Rani? Could she be the Master? Again, there's the generic people that are assumed to be like a mysterious character. So who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video here. So if you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe, and leave your theories down below. Who do you think Mrs. Flood is going to be? Because she obviously knows about the TARDIS. And, she is also very chirpy as well. Who could she be? Very interesting. Could she be Ruby's mother? But then again, how could she know about the TARDIS? So yeah, take care. Love you all, and peace.